Welcome back to Primetime News, and a special welcome once again if you're watching online at onespotmedia.com. Following Prime Minister Andrew Holness's announcement yesterday, some business leaders say they understand the need to balance lives and livelihood as the government implements measures to limit the spread of COVID-19. But as you'll hear in this report from Vashon Brown, the current curfew time is an issue for at least one financial analyst.
To lock down the country or not? An old debate which has taken on new significance given the recent surge in COVID-19 cases and deaths. There was an expectation in some quarters that the Prime Minister would follow in the footsteps of Barbados, Cayman Islands and Trinidad, where the governments have used the measure to contain the spread of the virus. Mr. Holness, however, made it clear that a shutdown of the economy would have serious implications, and so the aim is balance. Financial analyst Dennis Chung agrees that it's difficult to find the right balance.
Is between a rock and a hard place. It's difficult because government revenues are going to be cut significantly. One of the things that we need to consider also is that when businesses slow down, businesses don't just start up like that. It's not a key, you turn in the ignition. You know, it takes a while, right, for businesses to start up. It takes a while also for the productive mindset to come back.
If you're looking at public health is overwhelmed. So therefore, on the east side of the economy, if the public health is overwhelmed, then we need to restrict the economy, but we need to try and find innovative and creative ways of keeping the economy moving. But there's no question in my mind that you have to restrict movement, and if you have to pay with reduced economic activities, that is where we are.
New measures were announced Sunday aimed at limiting the spread of the virus. Both Mr. Duncan and Mr. Chung agree that the measures were appropriate and necessary, but the curfew time in particular continues to be a problem for Mr. Chung.
I think that we have attempted to strike the balance. If I was to change one thing, it would be like moving the curfew from 8 to 10 p.m. because that will make a significant positive difference to the economy. And I don't think that there is much benefit in putting it from 10 to 8. So I think that is one of the things that I would really change.
Well, at this point in time, I don't think that would send the right signal to shifting from 8 to 10. In fact, we have seen where, like in Westmoreland, when they did an island-wide increased curfew hours to 7 p.m., we did see that it did bring down the cases in Westmoreland.
Mr. Chung notes that moving the curfew to 10 p.m. would significantly benefit small businesses and keep the economy going. In the meantime, enforcement of the Disaster Risk Management Act is still a concern.
So we need to be stronger, I think, and tell people that, listen, if you violate the measures, right, then we're going to be seizing your equipment if you have an illegal party, and we're going to be locking up people, right, or we're going to be charging significant amounts, right, if they find you at an illegal party, for example. If it were me also, I would ask the Commissioner of Police to come up, flanked by some officers addressing the nation in a very strong tone about what he is going to do.
Vashon Brown, TVJ News.